SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold, and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg. Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the morning of the XRP continuation pump. So if only someone had told us that XRP was going to move instead of it just doing this out of the blue. I mean, it's just such a shame. In fact, I tell you what, I told you, didn't I? There we go, a nice video there, 40% signal, and also right next to that, algo uptrend confirm. How interesting. Who would have thought that both of these would have moved based on the back of some signals being generated? Interesting stuff. So when was this video made? So we can just do the measured move. We're talking 4th of September is when we're talking about, 4th of September, right? So since the 4th of September, it's certainly done its 40%, so it's overshot the mark. So 4th of September, we would measure it from the top, to be fair. We're currently 53 and obviously a spike up to 67, so the signals do work. So if we're basing our analysis on signals, which is what I do, obviously I don't make videos just to get views, and obviously people don't watch it anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's a small channel despite the pumps that take place. Yeah, the bottom line is I would have expected it to have a pullback on this 200 exponential, and the fact that we sliced right through it is encouraging, but it's also, you know, in this kind of market, you've got to think about the psychology of what's going on right now. People will be FOMOing to try and make up for losses. Not everybody got to buy in at the bottom or have positioned themselves at lows or like I say, even watched my channel. So a lot of people will have noticed this going up and up and up and then thought FOMO and this could be completely overextended. So there's two things to think about on this particular chart, which is simply just the XRP daily chart for Tether, which is we want to remain above the 200 exponential. So that currently comes in at around 47 cents, right? That would be good enough to see a bounce take place, potentially. Not if it fails today. We want to see a closure above it and maybe a retest a little bit later down the line. And again, the momentum is strong with XRP. When XRP does these moves, it does it very quick and then gives it all back almost as quick. So just do have to be careful thinking about buying into these zones. Me personally, absolutely no need to be buying into these zones. No way. You buy into XRP before the moves, and if anything, you look to get out of XRP once the moves are fully ripped. And I don't think this is fully ripped, to be honest with you. I think it does have more to go. So the 200 exponential, 47 cents kind of area, that's where we'll be looking to gauge some kind of support. Even better than that, if we can manage to close above 51 to 52 cents, that's a really significant area. Like extremely significant for XRP. You go back far enough, if my chart can particularly, if it can load, you can see resistances all the way back down here, resistances all the way back down here, resistances all the way back down here. In fact, and supports around here. So there's a lot going on for this particular area, which is it's struggling with at the moment. And the absolute top target on this, despite what it might sound like, whether you're bullish or bearish, I suppose no one's going to be happy with this particular measure. But if we move up to the top of this descending trend line here, that would be the top of this move, coming in around 72. Wicks, yeah, you can see wicks, but closures I find very unlikely to see that. Recognize that XRP does come down massively, back up massively, down, up, down, up. This is the nature of it. Look, even this is pretty significant. This is just the halfway through the bear market. We do these huge big moves. XRP's got a cycle of its own, which is something that I try to get people to recognize. There is a cycle of its own. This is why it responds to these signals so well. It's an old coin. It's going to be having its 10-year anniversary next year. So it's an old coin, and that makes the indicators more valuable for a coin like this because the chart is more mature. Anyway, so that is the situation right now. Holding above 47, great. Reclaiming 52, even better. That would have continuation up to about 70, potentially up to the 70s. Again, this is a descending trend line, huge one. And I wouldn't expect this triangle to get broken, to be honest with you, not until next year, really. Maybe even the year after, but definitely not going to be this year. I'd be very surprised to see it happen. Like, absolutely surprised to see it happen. If it did happen, it would mean that the cycle that it normally is stuck within, which is a 4-year cycle that runs alongside Bitcoins but different. It has these huge big moves up and then consolidates for about 2.5 years. Big moves up, consolidates for 2.5 years. It's done this 3 times. This is the 3rd time it's done that. So it would mean a complete change of behavior. And XRP could then soon become the token of choice, the one that everybody wants. But again, you know, we're talking moon boy stuff just after a 70% move. Let's get a grip of ourselves. So let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin pair as well, because this is where a lot of the signals were generated. Absolutely powerful, loving it, and it's surpassed and still holding above the top target that we had on the chart, 2,600 sats. Look, I expect closures below here for now. We're pretty extended on all these money flow index 91 to 92. There's no divergence on it, and to be honest with you, I'm sure it can go higher than that. Let's just measure this and see where it's gone in the past. Yeah, so currently this sits around roughly about the 4th highest it's ever been. So you do have to be slightly concerned when you see money flow index reads of that high on the daily, and it would require a pullback. The weekly is what we'd really be afraid of, and to be honest, nowhere near overextended. So this can still go higher, definitely, although recognize we are at major resistance. So yeah, right, now this would be an interesting setup and signal here. So this could be the thing that allows me to create the clickbait for this video, okay? So currently we are brewing what would be a pump signal on a weekly. Now, recognize that today is Friday. Crypto needs to close Monday night. There's a lot that can go on through the weekend. Green portion of the cloud here. Potentially closure of the candle body above the cloud. Chiku span is also above the cloud, and a cross. So that's 4 components to a pump signal on a weekly. All right, so let's think about what this could mean for XRP. And you know, I'm getting very excited because I have an enormous amount of XRP that I've accumulated through not just buying the lows of the last bear market, but trading them on Bybit and Coin Futures for a whole 3-year period. So I could bathe in XRP. So, and again, I'm not going to get clever with it. I believe XRP will go on to make significant highs in the future. So I'm not in any rush to sell it. I don't need to sell it. So I am very excited to make these ridiculous claims and calls. So if we got that breakout signal, that pump signal on a weekly, it could easily take us up to around 5,000 sats, which is another 100% move from where we are right now, versus its Bitcoin pair. Now this is only a pump signal, so if that's the case, and you think about this as far as a horizontal is concerned, 5,000 sats is probably the next area of significance if we get this closure on a weekly on Sunday night into Monday morning. And again, because it's on a weekly, it might take several weeks to play out, maybe even a month or so to play out, but it would be a pump signal that's set in stone, it's generated, and I'll give it about a 70% likelihood of playing out. So things are looking very good for XRP. So interesting stuff. So back to the short term, effectively we'll be looking for a bit of a pullback. We do need to close above 47 and stay above 47 for any kind of major continuation. But then, yeah, maybe 100% pump from here with its Bitcoin pair. What that means to Tether, couldn't really say, but you could imagine if Bitcoin keeps going down or staying static and XRP continues to move up, then yeah, we might be looking for wicks higher than this trend over here on Tether, and maybe even Bitcoin go down in the interim. Look, there's so many variables in play here, but the chart still looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Obviously recognize that it's pumped quite significantly these last few days, so a pullback would be required. So long as we're closing 47 and above, I'll be looking for continuation on this one anyway. And that pump signal generated, well, hopefully generated by Monday morning, should help us expect more, at least maybe up to maybe 90 to 100% more versus its Bitcoin pair. So congratulations XRP army, and congratulations anyone who watched my video. There's 675 of you that watched that video. Looks like XRP's done it again. It loves the signals, doesn't it? It loves it, as do I, and I'm sure you do too. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.